Figma to Wix Studio plugin tutorial. So hello guys and welcome back to today's video. In today's video, I will teach you how you will be able to transfer or use your Figma designs and use them into your Wix Studio websites. Now, as of now, there is a new plugin that would basically allow you to easily transfer or utilize the designs that you have on your Figma designs and transfer it easily into your Wix Studio. And to do this, we're first going to set up our Wix over here. What I would recommend that you guys do, of course, since we're getting the design in Figma either way, you don't need to get or to have a template when you have your website. So click on create new site and we're going to begin with an empty template. So you're just going to start for a blank canvas. Starting from a template is going to be pretty pointless since the design is coming from Figma. You don't need to get a template design since you already or you should have your Figma design as your template basically. So over here for me, I have my empty canvas over here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Canva. Now navigate over here below. If I could zoom in, I would, but it's how Figma's UI work. But simply click over here on the button or bottom right section. You have the actions over here. It's beside the dev mode and like the comments, the one with a lot of icons, as you can see. And then you're going to navigate to plugins and widget. After that, simply search for Figma to Wix. You will see the first option over here. Simply select that. And we're going to see here what we need to do. So, we're going to click on Setup Export. As you can see, there's a first step that we need to do, which is to connect this file to Wix Studio. So, navigate to your empty canvas or empty website over here. Click on the top left button or like the menu button over here on the top left. This one. Then you can see that there are three options over here. We have the sites, tool, and view. So what I want you guys to do is to click on the tools. And over here under tools, you will see that there is the import to Figma option over here. Typically that would be disabled, but for us, let's enable it. And now you will see over here on the left side that you have now a new button which is import from Figma. Now what we're going to do is we're going to simply copy and paste our Figma file over here. So copy this and paste it over here. Click on connect. Click on allow access. Now give it a few moments to work it out. As you can see, successfully connected. So we're going to go back to our Figma over here. Click on I'm done. Click on next. Click on start export. But first, make sure that your sizing or like your frame width is exactly the same size. So for us, an example over here, the dimension is on 1920. But in our Wix Studio over here, the sizing is 1280. So you're going to have to modify that so that it will match. So let's put 1920. Click on apply. There we go. Going back here. Click on start export. And now we have three options over here. So the first recommended first step is the export styles. Now the first recommended or like the message that it is the first recommended is really helpful, really great to give us a sense of direction on what we need to do or like where to get started. And over here we have the export styles, which makes sense because we have a lot of styles, a lot of fonts, colors, some font sizes choices that we have made, and it's very important for Wix to be able to identify or be able to recognize those styles. So over here, as you can see, it was able to identify our colors, our typography, and other necessary information. So click on export styles. As you can see, go to Wix Studio to import the styles. So over here, I'm assuming it already did. So let's click on back. Now let's click on export frame. Select one frame at a time. So right now, I'm selecting this one as an example over here. Select whichever or whatever frame that you want to export and click on export frame. And as you can see, go to Wix Studio to export the frame. Let's try to refresh this. It should have our design. There we go. We have the fonts over here, although there are font missing, but we have our frame over here, which is really great. So we could add the frame as a page or as a section. So let's say I want it as a section, or actually let's go with as a page. So add to site, and as you can see, adding frame to site. So this is going to take a while. So let's go back to our Figma over here. After that, you could also use wireframes if you prefer. There are some kits for this, as you can see. There's a lot of different uh, kits that you could get. I could get some wireframe kit over here if I don't have it, or you guys could do the same thing if you don't have some wireframe kits available for you. As you can see, you will be able to get those, which are very useful. And oh, let me go back. And aside from that, now what you could just basically do is you could click on export styles on any file or any Figma design that you have, any Figma design that you plan on transferring to Wix Studio. And normally when you have design, of course, you have a lot of frames, just like this one. As you can see, I have a lot of frames over here, but I'm only going to show this one. And you could export each frame that you prefer, all the frames that you want to have. So actually, let's try showing one more. That's an entire page. So website, I guess this one over here, I could export this one as well. Click on export frame. If you go back here, it's still loading. It's going to take a while. It did say it might take a few moments, or it actually depends on your device as well. But it's currently adding. But it's very simple, very easy, simple as that. You could just simply wait for it, and you will be able to easily import your design. So I'm waiting for this one. You could actually kind of see it in the background. As you can see, it's slowly being built. It's a bit vague or like opaque, so it's hard to see, but I can kind of see like the home over here. As you can see, it's adding it slowly but surely, and actually there we go. As you can see, although it's not perfect, it will be able to add it, and you will be able to see the design. As you can see here, now you can just do some improvements on your own, like modify parts here and there. For example, you don't like the image to be so bright, you could modify that as well. Then you could add the other imports as well that you have. So for example, over here we tried to import this. It should also appear over here, as you can see. Now you can simply add this to your site. So that's basically it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.